Hello, friends. So, are you ready and excited to do day two of the 21-day Life Skill Enhancement Challenge? Great. Yesterday, I asked you to write down names of emotions you can think of. Well, today, you have to continue on the list and you have to go on continuing adding to the list. You must be wondering why I said that. Well, what you have to do is build a huge, large lexicon of names of emotions. That is, build up a huge vocabulary. Why do we need a vocabulary of emotions and names of emotions? I'll tell you why. Just like we need to have a good vocabulary to express ourselves, we need to know a lot of names of emotions so we can express our emotions effectively. Doesn't make sense? I will tell you. So we all feel all different kind of emotions, but we need to be able to access them effectively. We need to be able to identify the emotions in ourselves when we're feeling them and when we see it in others. And that way we can have great management of emotions. We will have great emotional intelligence. Okay, I'll give you an example if you still don't understand. Like, supposing I say that a man walked into the room. It could be any man. Now, supposing I said Sachin walked into the room. It could be anybody. It could be Sachin Patel, Sachin Patil, Sachin Shah, any Sachin. But if I said Sachin Tendulkar walked into the room, you would immediately be able to picture Sachin Tendulkar and you know exactly who I'm talking about. Does that make sense? Yes. Well, about accessing emotions for ourselves, I'll give you an example. When I was very young, about 17, 18, I was really beautiful and I used to model. At that time, there was another model who was beautiful but not as good looking as me. But you know something? She got all the work, and I would not get as much as work as her. So I used to hate her. But the trouble is that sometimes we had to work together. And whenever we met, I would become really tense, uptight, and I wouldn't do my best work. But she was a very nice girl. She would help me, she would help me do my hair, she would help me do my makeup. In those days, we did it all by ourselves. She would lend me her jewelry. One day, I was sitting at home and thinking, why do I hate her? She's really beautiful, she's nice, she helps me so much. I really don't have a reason to hate her. At that time, I realized that I did not hate her, but I was jealous of her. Now you understand that being jealous was a valid emotion. Hating her was not correct. The minute I knew I was jealous of her and I didn't hate her, I, kind of relaxed and my whole relationship towards her changed. Of course, I continued to be jealous of her because she was getting a lot of work. But you see, jealous was a valid emotion, hate was not. So now, whenever I met her, I would not, become uptight and I was much more relaxed and I started being myself. Do you understand what I mean? So you should be able to have a name for the emotion. Well, I used to teach my kids that too. And when I was teaching them, my students that is, they were learning disabled students. And one day, one of them came up with an emotion called livid. And I went, really? Livid? What does it mean? So she said, being very, 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 very angry. Well, that was correct. So I just let it go. The next day, she came up with an example, and that was I broke mummy's brand new, beautiful cut glass vase, and mom was livid. And I said, yes, that's correct. So, you understand what I mean? Now, in this diary or this book which you're writing in, or the pages, you can only write the names of the emotions you understand. Okay, so now we're going to do something else. I have cut out some drawings to show you all. This is a girl who's relaxed and say she is calm. Uh, what about this? A guy who looks very angry, correct? So here's what you all are going to do. You all are going to cut up pictures from old magazines and newspapers and stick them like this. So here is somebody who is angry. Here's somebody who's in rage. There's a girl who's smiling, another girl who's confident, one girl who's looking suspicious, a boy who is, what is he? Confused, and one person who's jubilant. So I want you to do is cut out old pictures, cut out pictures from old newspapers and old magazines and stick it and write the name underneath. This is going to help you able to, it's going to make you be able to identify emotions in other people. Okay, so I don't want you to cut out animated pictures or cartoons. There's another exercise for that, and that is this: drawing emoticons. Can you see that? I've done some for you. You can do many more, okay? You all are very lucky. When I was doing my research, I could not do that because we didn't have a cell phone and we did not have emoticons. But here you're going to do that, right? So great, enjoy yourself. But that's not all. We have to do some drama game. The drama game we're going to do today is continuing the walk. The walk where you will now walk in a different way. You will walk as if you're walking through the rain, through the desert, as if you're walking to school in the morning, down a road, feeling you're being followed, to the platform to receive a gold medal, running to catch a bus. These are the different kind of walks you're going to do. Now, after that, the next exercise you're going to do is you're going to shake hands. You're going to shake hands with everybody that's there in the room just now. Well, you're going to shake hands quickly, slowly, gently, angrily, sadly, tenderly, lovingly. So, how is that? It is going to be fun, right? So, when you're angry, you're going to go, and when you're going to do it lovingly. Okay, let's see. You just enjoy yourself. No, there's just one more, last one. Now, you're going to make your hands into different characteristics like nervous, greedy, magical, fierce, gentle, strong, frightened. Shall I show you nervous? Haven't you seen people who are nervous and their hands go? And angry? Nails going straight into your palm. Okay, so great. Have a nice time, and I will see you tomorrow on day 3.